Hey guys, it's Roger. I'm back and we are going to discuss the super split, and we were able to receive shipment today for the super split. It was a electric version, the 220. I think it's like 1.5 horse motor, so it's the upgraded motor. I didn't get the upgraded tray because they said it would delay it a few more weeks, and I wanted to get it as soon as I could. It arrived this morning between 10 and 11 a.m. It was on a rider truck, and they didn't call me. They just kind of like, well, they called me at the last minute, but they were already pretty much there when they called, so I didn't get any heads up. So luckily I was already on my way to the shop, so I was able to basically meet them before they left. Josh was there, so he was able to sign, and the pallet was already dropped off, and we have like a forklift attachment, so basically we're able to pick the pallet up and take it inside the carport and begin unpacking and disassembling all the boxes and everything, so we could get all the parts together and assemble it. There were no instructions to put it together. We kind of just figured it out, but they emailed me a version of the paperwork that should have came in the box. So I guess I don't know if I couldn't find it or if I lost it or deleted it on accident, but we were able to pretty much assemble the entire machine without any instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory, except for the adjustment mechanism for the electric motor and the attachment plate for the electric motor. So I might want to make a separate video on that. It was very, it wasn't the easiest thing to figure out, but and when we did figure it out, it didn't quite seem like the way it should go. But the whole adjustment mechanism is a bent rod with a bent threaded rod, and it's there's a machine hole in the attachment plate for the engine. So basically you're sticking a bent threaded rod in a hole, and then basically it's already in a hole with two nuts on either side, so you're very limited flexibility as far as how much slop you have. But anyway, me and Josh were able to put it together, and other than that, everything else was pretty straightforward. They told me what kind of plug the 220 had, so I ordered one, and I ordered some more material for the splitter. I don't have the ergonomical handle yet, but I'm going to order that. We just had basically some Romex from when I wired up my garage, and so it was enough to jump from my dryer outlet to the area where we needed to plug in the electric splitter. So I think the important thing is, if you buy one of these, make sure you have a set of metric box end wrenches and a set of metric small socket set, and you mostly use between 10 and like 13, 14 millimeter, like 10, 11, and 12, I think, millimeters at the most. And of course you need a box end wrench to hold the other side. I was also impressed with some things, like they use mostly grade 8 bolts and grade 8 lock washers and grade 8 nuts. I think it should have been lock nuts, but at least they have lock washers, and there wasn't any Loctite. I think I would have maybe included some Loctite. And the cowling or the cover that goes over the flywheels is now plastic. All the videos I've seen before, I'm not sure when they switched that out, but it's all plastic, which is, I guess it won't rust. It serves the purpose, but it's a little bit cheesier than they used to make. But I guess it'll be cheaper to replace. So, and I wish they would also make a mechanism to where you could lift the whole hood off in one piece on a hinge, because there's a lot of bolts and nuts to take apart to, like if the belt falls off or you need to replace the belt or something internal, it's going to take you a little bit to take the housing off both sides. But I'm very impressed with the strength of the machine. We have the big heavy duty one, and it was able to push through knots and hardwood that my other one could not. So it does have more power. I don't like having to lift up on the handle because we're used to pushing. So that's going to get some getting used to. You want to grab and push instead of grab and pull up, and you're at this angle, so you're using your shoulder a lot. So they make an ergonomical handle that comes down around, so you can kind of, pick up like this instead of like that. So I think that's going to make a huge difference. The wheels are awesome. It's very well balanced. When you pick it up, you can move it around easily because all the weight's towards the back. The tray is made of really good solid steel and very durable. I can see that you can maybe attach a wider table to it or weld something to it. I think it definitely take a weld. It's thicker than the one we had. The whole machine is well built. I can't find anything wrong with it as of now. Of course, it's our first day, but it is super quiet and super efficient, and you can let it run. I was splitting wood today on it. Had a customer come up. I just turned. I saw him. I could hear him. I left it run and was able to, basically sell the customer the firewood and on or off. I mean, it's just, you can't even hardly tell it's on. You'll be able to hear your phone. You'll be able to hear things around you. You don't have to wear earmuffs. You still should wear gloves, I think, and maybe some eye protection, and some steel toe boots. But other than that, I don't think, I think just the hearing thing is going to be awesome, because a lot of times when you're running a big a machine that has a loud muffler or a loud motor, when you put earmuffs on, you can't, a lot of times you're distracted and you can't hear if somebody comes up on you or a customer comes in or you get a phone call. So I'm definitely into the electric, and also too, we're not going to have like people stealing our fuel. We had people siphoning gas out, stealing fuel. We're not going to have to worry about checking oil or running to the gas station. I know a few times where we ran out of fuel and ended up having to use saw gas, which is more expensive and probably not the best for the machine, following the plugs. Or I had to run to the gas station at the last minute and go fuel up the cans. So we had some downtime and some wasted labor, but I think I'm not going to sell my gas one yet, because I have 2 gas machines that are knockoffs and they still work fine, but I'm going to use those just in case power outages. I don't have a generator, I don't think, to run it, a 220, so I'll have to check my Honda and see if I have a Honda generator that can power the splitter. That would be the worst case scenario. Eventually I'm going to get solar panels and hopefully Tesla solar panels and battery packs, Tesla Powerwall. That would be ideal. And then we have the Tesla Cybertruck, and we also have a Nissan Leaf. My mom has the other Cybertruck and a Leaf. So eventually, I know everything's going that route. So if we're in business for another 5 or 10 years, eventually I think we're going to start getting probably electric skid steers. We already have electric cars, electric vehicles. We have electric saws, electric blowers, electric hedge trimmers. Now we have electric log splitters. So you can see the trend is just heading that way. There's just way less maintenance. It's a lot more efficient, and it's quieter. It's just all around better. The power density on the batteries is getting better, so hopefully in the near future they'll start bringing in equipment that can basically accommodate what we do now with our mini skids, because that would probably be the first thing to get, is a mini skid, and then later on down the road maybe like a spider lift. So anyway, thanks for watching. So far I highly recommend the Super Split. I want to use it for another month or so and see how it holds up, compares to what we're used to, and hopefully the ergonomic handle will come in. I don't know what's the turnaround time. I think it's $85 plus shipping, so basically $100 will get you ergonomical handle, which will be just a lot easier to operate, and less fatigue on whoever's splitting wood. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless. Have a great day.